All right, let's talk about four little words that can cause a lot of headaches. Can, can't, could, and couldn't. Sound familiar? Well, don't worry, because by the end of this, you are going to be using these like a pro. Seriously. So let's jump right in.
So let me ask you something. How do you talk about your talents? You know, the things you're awesome at. Well, it all starts with one super simple word, can.
Like maybe you're a musician. You just say, I can play guitar. See? Simple. It's just a straightforward way to talk about what you're able to do right now.
Or what about your friend who's like amazing with languages? You'd say, she can speak 3 languages. Again, all we're doing is talking about a skill that she has at this very moment.
And for a more modern superpower, they can code. Now, you might notice something about all these sentences. They all follow 2 super simple but really, really important rules. And this is maybe the most important part of the whole thing. If you take away just one thing today, let it be these 2 golden rules. They are the key, and they work for all 4 of these words every single time. Okay, rule number 1, you never put the word to after them, ever. And rule number 2, you never ever add an S for he, she, or it. These words are special. They just don't change.
Let me show you exactly what I mean. You wouldn't say, I can to swim. Nope, it's just I can swim. And you definitely wouldn't say, she cans fly. It's always, she can fly. Super simple, right? It just keeps things clean, and it's always correct.
Okay, so now that we have those 2 rules locked in, let's focus on the first big way we use these words, talking about ability in the present, what you can do right here, right now. So for positive things, stuff you are able to do, we use can. It's so easy. I can speak English. She can drive a car. Birds can fly. All you do is take your subject, add can, and then the verb. That's the whole formula. And for the negative, well, you just add not to get cannot, but honestly, we almost always squish that together to say can't. For instance, I can't speak Japanese, or he can't come to the party tonight. And hey, fun fact for you, penguins can't fly. All of these are just showing a lack of ability right now. Okay, here's a really good tip that's going to make you sound way more natural. When we're just talking, the difference between can and can't can be kind of tricky to hear. Can is usually really soft and quick, like, I can go. But can't has this really strong T sound at the end. I can't go. Hear that? Can, can't. That little T sound is everything. All right, you've totally got the present tense down. So now, let's hop in our time machine and go to the past. We're going to talk about abilities we used to have with could and couldn't. So let's start with today. Right now, I can drive a car. That's my ability in the present. But what if we're talking about the past? That's where could comes in. It's just the past tense of can. So, for example, when my grandfather was young, he could run very fast. See how that works? And what about the negative in the past? Easy. We just use couldn't. This just tells us that someone wasn't able to do something at a certain point in time. Like, I couldn't finish my homework last night. Or, she couldn't find her keys yesterday. The key is that the time is very clearly in the past. Okay, let's switch gears a little bit. This is a totally different but super important way we use these words. We've talked all about abilities, but now let's talk about asking people for things. Because, how you ask can make a big difference. Okay, let's look at 2 examples side by side. You could say, can you open the window? And that's totally fine, with friends or family, it's pretty casual. But if you want to be a bit more polite, maybe you're talking to a stranger or your boss, you'd use could. Could you open the window, please? It just sounds a little nicer, right? So yeah, that's the main takeaway here. Could is just more formal and polite when you're asking for something. It's a tiny little word change, but it can make a really big difference in how you come across. Wow, okay, we have covered a lot, haven't we? We've done ability in the present, ability in the past, and making polite requests. So now let's pull it all together. We'll do a quick review and then a little quiz to see how you do. Think of this table as your ultimate cheat sheet. It breaks everything down so perfectly. You've got the word, what it's used for, ability or a request, the time, and a really clear example for each one. This is definitely a great little guide to save for later. All right, you ready? Time for a little practice. First one, I blank hear you. The music is too loud. So what's happening? It's right now, and it's a negative situation. So the answer has to be can't. I can't hear you.
Okay, how about this one? You please pass me the salt? The word please is your big clue here. This is a polite request. So what's the best word? It's could. Could you please pass me the salt?
And for the last one, when he was 5 years old, he blank ride a bike. Okay, what's the most important clue in that sentence? The timing, right? When he was 5, that's the past. So the word we need is could. He could ride a bike.
And that's it. It's really that simple. You've now got everything you need to use these words the right way with total confidence. So, I'm going to leave you with a little challenge. What's one new thing you could try to say in English today using can, can't, could, or couldn't? Go on, give it a shot.